Anyway, welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life is good. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. The new NICK DROZDOFF. New, and may I say, in my humble opinion, improved NICK DROZDOFF. Anyway, let me honk a little bit and we'll get right to it. Yeah, some wide open E flats above double C. Ooh. Kettlebell hair. Anyway, get a little bit of a late start today. Nick. Now, as you saw by some of the pictures, and most of you know who Nick is, certainly if you've been following this channel for any amount of time. And he has a terrific channel, guys. Check it out. He's got all his projects on there and all this sort of stuff. But anyway, he came to me, I'm going to say, Nick, I didn't keep track of it. I'm going to say close to 3 years ago. And he had been going through some severe health problems. And one of the things that drew him to this channel, he knew Jerry from, back in the day. But also the fitness component that I brought to the table very much intrigued him in that, again, it was not just a trumpet problem, it was a physical problem. So he just jumped in on the deep end with a 1SB mouthpiece and, diet and exercise and kettlebells and riding a stationary bike and, tongue through the teeth and the whole type of thing. Now, you got to keep in mind that this guy, before his health issues, was a very, very accomplished trumpet player. Did a tour with Maynard, big freelance guy around Chicago. I believe, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there were some subs with the Chicago Symphony. I mean, the guy could play. The guy could play. Even when he was playing at his peak, what he considered to be his peak, he did think he was working too hard. So, again, my warm-up every day, no warm-up and all this sort of stuff. It's so simple. I'm barely holding the horn. Very much intrigued him, along with the kettlebell and the diet and all that sort of thing. The trumpet fitness seemed right up his alley. So he came to me, and it was slow going at the beginning. There was no question about it. But he was dogged, man. He was coming back from this, whether it was going to be with me or with Claude Gordon or something else. He was coming back from this, and it was going to happen. But the fact of the matter is, like all of my students, and I guarantee this, and that's another thing that captivated him. I guaranteed in one of my videos back then, guaranteed you'll get these chops. But after the first lesson, there was improvement. Every single lesson I have, if you get the 1SB, and there will be improvement. And I'm telling you, man, he was like a dog after a bone, a pit bull after a bone. He was going to do this, and he came with a list of questions. We got to get through this, that, and the other thing. And I very much enjoyed the challenge and all this sort of stuff. And sure enough, step by step by step, it was frustrating for him because he had had so much success prior to this. So to completely change his tongue and his approach and lack of air and all this sort of stuff was a challenge to him. And I will have to say, accomplished pros, of which I have many students, not all the time, but many times, can be the toughest nut to crack. And the reason being, obviously, they have reached a level of excellence doing it a different way. So a lot of times they're very, very ambivalent about changing. Now, you know where I got deluged with lesson requests from top pros, and I'm not going to give you names. Nick allows me to use his name. Top pros was during COVID, because they knew they had months at a time, the unforeseeable future, to get this done, give it a real decent shot. Other than that, guys, if I'm changing your mouthpiece and changing your tongue position and all this sort of stuff, and you've got Parsifal that night, it's a real leap of faith to get with this. So anyway, to make a long story short, he just went after it, man. And I have to say, I'm a little biased, a little bit. I think he's sounding better than ever. I really do. Now, not only is he back to freelancing around Chicago, a lot of big bands. They have a very active live music scene around them, certainly more than around Connecticut here. But so he is back freelancing, but he also has his own projects, and that's why I tell you check out his website. Okay, and he stopped with the lessons, but every once in a while when he has a question, he'll check back in, and we email back and forth, with what he's doing. And anyway, well, he's got this new project out, Sidewinder, written by Lee Morgan, and it's tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous. Now, kudos to his son, who you'll see in a minute is a very talented keyboard player in his own right. And I guess Nick has this core of cronies from around the Chicago area that are monsters, man. Wait till you hear this. That come in and do his own projects. So not only are his chops back, better than ever, he's doing his own thing on his side. And it sounds like again, guys, it sounds like he's having fun playing the trumpet. And I'll tell you what, man, when you can get rid of these physical problems, if you can alleviate the physical problems of playing the trumpet, we've got one of the greatest instruments. It's the king of instruments for live music. Keyboards and everything else, yeah, that's taken over. But when you got the chops, man, the music world is yours, Chico. It just is. Now, he is in and about my age. I don't know how deeply he wants to get back into the whole freelance thing, if, probably keep it at arm's length. He's certainly of retirement age, if not completely retired. So, but again, playing better than ever. So I'm putting it down below. You're going to hear a saxophone player that takes a solo that is, it's just great. And he is playing all the brass parts, not just the solo. He's playing every single one of them. Listen to the pop, listen to no strain in the sound, listen to octaves with ease bouncing around. Guys, he's got it. He's got it. And I'm telling him, and I'm telling everybody that I'm holding myself accountable too. The sky's the limit. There is no limit. Triple C's are out there, and legitimate notes. Not squeak, squawk, no. Yeah, tighten up. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking legitimate notes. They're out there. Jim Manley's got them. Lynn Nicholson has them to a certain degree. I think he's working too hard. Faddis, I'm sure, could play him. There's only a handful of guys, but guys, they're out there. They are out there. What's another guy? I did a video on it. Rashawn Ross, the guy that plays with the Dave Matthews Band. Guys, it can be done. It can be done. Personally, at this point in my life, I'm not dying to go after it. I'm really not. I have little spurts of spasms of trying to get the triple C. Sometimes they come out, sometimes they don't. But it's there. It's absolutely there. And the double C is almost like, should be nonchalant at this point. Anyway, check out Sidewinder down below with the arrangement. And not only that, Nick has a bit of a recording studio in his home, and he knows his way around the technology part of it too. So, Nick, it is so great to see you having fun again. And keep up the good work, and don't stop, man. The sky's the limit. Keep up with the kettlebell. Keep up with the stationary bike. Keep up with the diet. Step here, step there. It's there. It's all there. All right, guys. Have a great day. Love you all.